Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm excited this morning to be talking with the masterminds behind Culinary Crafts Catering. How are you guys?
Good. It's great to be here.
Yeah. We have a mother and son trio. I have Ryan, Mary, Caleb here. Yeah. I want to know, Culinary Crafts is a big name here. I think most of us have heard of you guys. I want to know your history. How did you guys come up with becoming a catering company?
Well, I think I'll start with that one because these guys were just a little bit. I've been doing this for about 34 years now, and I'm 35 by the time I retire in August. And I started it simply because I needed a way to support my family. I didn't want to put them in daycare. I thought I could have them at home, make cookies and bread and cakes for everyone. And from those little humble beginnings, here we are, the largest catering company in the state, and here we are.
So, here we are.
Yeah.
So cooking, baking, those are all things that were passions of yours before?
I did. I loved to cook. I remember when I was 7, the only thing I wanted for Christmas was a Barbie doll cookbook. And like Julia Child's cookbook, I cooked it cover to cover at that age. And,
wow.
And I always loved to entertain and have parties. I didn't graduate or do anything in the food world until I needed to. And then just bootstrapped it and learned by trial and error. That school of hard knocks is a good one.
That's so cool. So it was just a passion of yours. You decided, I just want to try it out. How did you grow so big?
You know, it wasn't always big. We started small. I had a commitment to not borrow any money to, do this on our own. And so we started small. We grew. We started in Utah County, and then it wasn't too many years, maybe 2 or 3 years, that I realized that the kind of catering that we were going to do, we had to step out of Utah County. So then we bought, offices and buildings in Salt Lake, and then from there, I think our real market is in Park City, and then from there to Park City, and so we just have grown. And they have been with me from the beginning. They were, yay high. They came up through there through weeding things in the garden, through washing dishes, to working in the bakery. I remember when Ryan was in high school, I taught him how to be a grill master, and now he is the master. I am the student, and I've made a good company, but they are making it a great company.
So Ryan and Caleb, tell me about the experience of growing up in the kitchen, behind the grill, totally encompassing your life, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it really was awful.
Luckily, there was no laws against child labor or anything back there. Otherwise,
yes.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work. Develop a passion for it. I wasn't sure this is what I was going to do long term, but in the end, as much as I was drawn to food, I was drawn to just working with family and friends and coming back to stay with the people. And
I think for me too. I think for me too, because growing up, it was just always, a small family business. It's just what you did. If there was dishes to be done, then Ryan and Caleb, we got thrown in the back seat of the car. We'd go into the shop and we'd wash dishes until they were done. If we had to, go and help here and there, it's just the way it was, and so we just grew up doing it. So when it came time to make a career decision, I thought to myself, well, other than laying sod for a landscaper, this is really the only professional work that I know, and I actually really enjoy it. I love people, I love events, I love food. This kind of brings them all three together, and I get to work with my family at the same time. So. Yeah. Which is good most days.
I was about to say, that could be a good thing and maybe a bad thing.
Most days it's great.
Good.
Yeah. Most days it's great.
Well, let's talk about what you guys have turned into, catering and event planning. What does that mean?
Well, it means that we can be a one-stop shop if they want. If the client calls and they just want us to bring food, then we just bring food. If they want us to handle everything from top to bottom, we can do that as well. Do you need floral? Do you need rentals,
tents,
designs,
tables, chairs,
everything?
Music, entertainment, all those kinds of things. And I think that moving to Park City made us a big difference. First, we came into the ranches, and those are our bread and butter with destination weddings out there in those ranches. We love that. And then Sundance has become a big deal. Ryan and Caleb can talk about that. And then we partnered with Old Town Cellars. Ryan, you want to show them the wine?
Yeah, well.
So we partnered with Old Town Cellars to private label some wine for us, and we're just now ready to go into our second big run, and we're doing the taste testing for that, and that's been awesome. We did a pop-up restaurant there, and we did one at Big Moose Lodge. We did one at Porter Rockwell's, O.P. Rockwell's. So pop-up restaurants are very fun for us to do in Park City for people to learn more about us because, well, we have a little secret. We have a little project we're working on here in Park City. Yet
Are we
to be,
sharing?
Nope, yet to be revealed.
All right, well, tell me about the wine. I don't know how many caterers have their own wine. Well, this is big.
Because the relationships for us are fun, and so we just like to meet new people who are also passionate about food and wine the way we are. And so when we found Old Town Cellars, it was just a natural fit to, kind of approach them. And so Ryan took that project on and said, hey, we've always wanted to do our own wines. Could you blend something for us and, put our name on it?
Sounds really rough, all the tasting you have to do.
It's hard.
They were
It's hard.
Rough life. Rough life. Let's talk about Sundance. Did you have these wines during Sundance, or is this brand new?
We've had these wines since late last summer.
August-ish.
So they've been in
something like
development, but we've been serving them since then. And although liquor laws in Utah are tricky to navigate and have somewhat of a negative reputation, if you're hosting a private event, it's one of the greatest ways to run a bar because there's no markups. And so when we were looking to do these wines, it wasn't a money-making project for us. It was just simply, we have excellent whiskey in High West. We have really cool vodka. We have really Beehive gin, all the local breweries, lots of cool stuff. And most of the time we're just serving like $15 California wines that were good, but they weren't as unique. And so we were going for something unique and trying to leverage our buying power to create an excellent value. And so we were just looking for something cool and something good for the money for our clients.
Did you bring On Edge? Do you have On Edge here?
No, I brought
that's
my
first
two.
draft.
Ryan designed these labels, and some of the photos on the labels are even his photos. On Edge, where his skis are up on edge, or his. So it's kind of fun.
That's
All the
perfect
wines
label here for
celebrate
Park City.
Utah, and they celebrate either the winter recreation or the summer recreation. So
That's awesome.
And
Well,
I don't
guys,
know
we
if
only have about 30 seconds left. I do want to find out, where can people find you guys? How can they book you?
They can just go to Google culinarycrafts.com, and that'll take you to everything you've ever wanted to know about us and what we do.
Probably more than you want to know about it.
Well, I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys, and I think I never do the history, and I've always heard your name, so this is really cool to meet the people behind
Thanks
the
for having us.
company.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for
Thank you.
joining us this morning. All right,
Pleasure.
guys, we do have a lot more coming up on the Mountain Morning Show. We're not going to crack this open, at least not today, but there is a lot more guests and a lot more news coming up right after this.